Street, the relevant block. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Thank you. Jumping back up on the new agenda then, there's an alley closure request for a dumpster regarding building downtown. Is there a motion to open discussion and consideration of the matter?
So moved.
Second.
Motion and second. Jolene, you want to go ahead and step to the podium and state your name and address for the record? Let us know what's going on.
Jolene Hum, 546 North Jefferson over here. I need I think it's a 26-yard dumpster from Lime City. They said they could bring it next Thursday, the 27th of June, at 9 o'clock, and we're going to work to get everything loaded within 2 to 3 hours and get it out of there. So we've got big double doors in the back, right into the back of the alley. We're going to have all the furniture, everything already back there, and I've got help lined up so we can get it done in a timely manner. And I would really appreciate your consideration because it's so much easier to haul it from the back instead of having it delivered in the front. And like I said, we're going to get it out of there really fast, like hopefully it'll be gone by 11 or 12 at the latest. And they said they work with me on getting it out of there. So I'd like to request closing that for just a few hours next Thursday.
Great, thank you. What time did they say they could drop it off for you?
9 o'clock.
9 o'clock, okay. And then what would be, I can appreciate wanting to get it done in a timely manner in a few hours. What would be a good cushion in case it goes longer?
I'm hoping to be out of there by 12. I mean, that they could come back and get it no later than 12.
Okay.
So that's what I'm hoping for. I don't think it's going to take that long to load it up with all the help I've got and having it right there. It's just getting them to come back, but he's aware of it. So he said, call, let him know how it's going, and then he'd send somebody to come pick it up.
Director Kudris, any concerns around it?
No real concerns with it being in the alley. It was simply the fact that setting a dumpster in the alley would require the alley to be closed, and recognize that you intend to get it done as quickly as possible, giving a little bit of cushion. I mean, we figured worst case all day, but don't anticipate anything overnight or anything like that. It's just that is a one-way alley to the north between two one-way south streets. So that was why we encouraged it to come to the board.
Tim, any concerns from the street department? Great, okay. Board members, further discussion or question?
I think just the usual talking to the neighbors, if anybody, if anybody works out of there.
I was going to tell Carrie
just being
that she
courteous.
parks in there, but
Yeah,
we've got a good rapport, so.
absolutely. Other than that, no.
And the building next to me, no one's really in that, so, now, unfortunately.
It's all ground level, Phil. You're not
Yes.
going to be dropping stuff.
Yep. Down 2 steps and in. I'm going to have them have it right here, down the steps and into the back of it. It'll be very organized.
I can
And
imagine.
I want to get it done. And you know me, I'm organized.
Yep. Would the board entertain then closure from 8:30 in the morning to 3 p.m. that day on
Yes.
July
Yeah.
27th? That way we've got extra cushion on both sides in case they're running early on their delivery
Gonna get it out.
Or late.
or late. Yep. Any other items of consideration with it?
That
Okay.
help with, so.
Sorry, I had the date wrong. It's June 27th?
June 27th.
June 27th, a week from Thursday.
All right, anything else from the board? All's in favor of authorizing the alley closure in the respective block on June 27th from 8:30 in the morning to 3 p.m. indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Okay, motion carries. Thank you.
Thank you. And then I'll just come get a permit from you.
Yeah, you just stop down to engineering, pick up the dumpster permit. 8 to 4:30. Yep. Second floor.
Yep, right across from our office.
Yep.
Yep. Thank you.
Thanks.
Take care. Okay, next item under special events, we have the 4th Annual Dennis Newcomb Foundation Block Party. Is there a motion to open discussion and consideration of the request?
So moved.
Second.
Motion and second. Wouldn't mind stating your name and address for the record?
Sabrina Newcomb. Do you want my address or the address of the bar?
Your residential address, Sabrina.
1754 Sabine Street.
Thank you. And go ahead and just walk us through, especially anything that's the same in carryover and any changes from previous years.
Okay, we are going to do it pretty much the same as last year. We're going to run the orange fencing around the, now I just lost my train of thought. The orange fencing around the sidewalks so that the sidewalks are clear for all the businesses. They appreciated that last year, so that way it keeps everything pretty much right off of the sidewalk in the street. We're gonna do the dunk tank, but it will be set off to the side of the alley. I know my little drawing, I mean, you're working with me here on the drawing part of it, but it shows it more closer to the alley, but it is offset so that emergency vehicles can get up and down the alleyway. And then when they the street department sets the barricades, we put people at each end so that they can move them in case emergency vehicles need to get through that way. We're gonna do from Warren Street to Jefferson, we just do our block there. And then we'll have karaoke from like 4 to 7, and then we're gonna do the live music again from like 7 to 11. We're doing Oh Charlie this year, Sorry Charlie. I was like, they're a newer band out of Huntington, so we're gonna do them this year. And then Pat will be doing our karaoke for us. I actually have interest in the radio station they do like Wabash Huntington area. They reach out to me and then they'd like to come down and set up for the day and actually just play their music and be there. But I wanted to come see you guys first in case anything happened before I called them back. Yeah, they want to come down and set all day and actually play out of there, so that'll be different. And it actually might bring more people down. We are gonna do our food in front of our place. I think I'm gonna do an ice cream cart this year because I'm kind of excited about it. I found a little cute ice cream cart, so. And then we're gonna have it's more of like a maze. Instead of the bounce house, it's an inflatable like maze thing for the kids. I have 3 vendors that's already reached out to me that are local. They want to sell their stuff down there. So they just sell like the booth. I charge like a little booth rent and that goes towards the foundation. And then they set up and sell all day. So it's kind of running just like it has every year. I have the paperwork for the excise. I just have to talk to the police department, make sure that I have a cop for the day. And then I've already did the paperwork. I sent our insurance paperwork into the mayor's office, so they have a copy of that on file. And then I am going to send the catering license in for the bar that'll be set up outside like it has every year. Send that into excise today after I leave. I have it all filled out. So the state fire marshal is coming the day before to do our inspection and everything, and they were going to look at everything of how we were going to set everything up. So because we had turned all that paperwork in already for the entertainment purposes. So
Any questions by board members?
What's the date?
July 13th. It's a Saturday.
And the hours again on July 13th?
I would like the road closure from 8 to midnight that night because I set up in the morning. We do a bike ride that kickstands go up at noon, and then everything kicks off downtown at 3:30 we're gonna do a cornhole tournament this year, so, that'll be set up more towards, the Jefferson side. So, but all of my people, while I'm out, are like setting everything up, so. And then we always tear everything down after the band's finished and get the road open back up for the evening, so. That's what we've done the last couple of years.
Anything further by board members?
Just curious, does anyone know if
It's Music in the City on Franklin Street. We shared that with them last year.
yeah, did that work out all right?
Yeah. Everybody kind of just went up and down the alley. It kind of worked out pretty good.
Cool, so you got some overflow.
Yeah, I think both of them. Yeah, because they had, one of the food trucks was out back. I don't know if it was JB's or, I know he was there this last month for the Music in the City, but one of the food trucks was out back, so people just kind of wandered back to both places. And it worked, I thought it worked out pretty nice.
Thank you.
Further questions by board members? Anything come in from department heads regarding it? Sounds like we're good to go.
Right, just about the alleys being opened, and she said they were.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, I'm just not a good drawer. I'm sorry.
All right, then, do we have so we've got a motion and second, so we'll call the question in favor of approval pending final fulfillment with the excise requirements regarding the alcohol sale. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Okay, motion carries. Thank you.
Thank you.
Moving along on the agenda to consideration under ordinance enforcement, we have a status update regarding 1610 College Avenue. Is there a motion to open discussion and consideration on the update?
So moved.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Motion and second. Commissioner Paul.
Yes, good afternoon. The property is 1610 College Avenue, owned by Damon Kaler. Order of enforcement was originally issued on October 11th, 2023. I think Damon's actually the second owner since the order was issued. He had received 5 extensions. I inspected the interior on June 7th, and other than finishing up a few items, they had completed everything that's required by the order of enforcement. So my recommendation would be to release the order at this time and with no fines and/or penalties being added.
Any questions for Commissioner Paul?
When did you go look at it, you said?
June 7th.
Okay.
Those last pictures was that block wall that was so damaged the first time around.
Right.
Right there. That was the exterior, then the interior.
I know it was kind of, as I was zooming in from the deep wilderness last time, and it was kind of hard to hear me because I was cutting out. You were satisfied with the masonry work
Yes.
and everything was good to go on that? Okay.
Yeah.
That was my main concern. Okay.
Okay, if there's no further questions from board members, is there a motion to act on the recommendation by Commissioner Paul to release the order of enforcement?
Yeah, I move that we release the order of enforcement for 1610 College Avenue.
Is there a second?
Second.
Motion and second. Further discussion and consideration on the motion? All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries, and the order of enforcement is released. Thank you, Commissioner. Next, under miscellaneous, is there a motion from the board authorizing me to read a letter into the record?
So moved.
Second?
Motion and second. For board members, this is for your benefit. As I read through this, we've already gone through this at council and had the appropriate paperwork required by the state filed there. Dear Board of Public Works and Safety members, I am writing to inform you of a recent development that necessitates my actions by ethical standards and legal obligations. My wife, Jenna Strick, has been hired as the director of the Humane Society by their board of directors, in addition to filing the required disclosure pursuant to Indiana Code 35-44.1-1-4 with Huntington City Council. I have recused myself from negotiation regarding the annual city service contract for animal control services with the Huntington County Humane Society. In my place, Charles Chapman, as council president, and Annette Carroll, director of operations, will oversee the negotiation. I strongly believe in the importance of maintaining high ethical standards and promoting transparency in our interactions. I greatly appreciate your understanding in this regard. If you have any question or need clarification, please feel free to contact me. Thank you for your cooperation and understanding. There's no action required by the board, but if the board members have any questions, I'm glad to answer them to the best of my ability. Okay. Not hearing any then. Moving along to accounts payable. Is there a motion to authorize payment of the bills incurred by the city of Huntington?
Move.
Second.
Motion and second. Further discussion and consideration? Not hearing any, we'll call the motion in favor of paying the bills incurred by the city of Huntington. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? All opposed, same sign? All right.
That Adam needs a special meeting in July for July 22nd, which will be after the second meeting. If I just wanted to put it on your calendar before we advertise to make sure that, yes, to make sure that you can be there for a quorum at 3:30, same time. It'll just be the Monday, July 22nd. Yes. So we'll have one on the 1st, the 15th, and then the 22nd.
Does that work for board members?
Good.
Thank you.
Okay, let's update the calendars accordingly and notify the public. Any other items for the good of the order by board members? Not, is there a motion for adjournment?
So moved.
Second.
Motion and second. Further discussion and consideration? All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Thank you, everyone. Have a great day.